All right, we're live. Mr. Hefe, how we doing?
Fat, dumb, and happy, man.
El Hefe is with us. How's it feel being on a live cast with your old friends?
Yeah, the good old days.
The good old days, the good old days.
Yeah. Except for
Well,
Tooch, who's AWOL again.
where did he go?
He's a tinkle, probably.
I actually, we're supposed to do the bathroom breaks before this thing starts, not while it happens. This is what happens when you got a bad prostate. This poor guy.
Yeah, but now that the oil
This
tank's
thing
gone,
is
he doesn't know how to get to the shitter.
Look at this guy. Oh my God, he's walking
He's
around.
got a bladder of a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, this is why
He's going out to
the
shoe a horse.
Insanity can't get the street cred that it deserves because we got Santucci hanging around all the time.
He's going out to the stable to put horseshoes on him.
All right. Well, we're here tonight for a fun live cast with our good friend Jeff Herne, and the whole crew is here tonight. Santucci was able to come on. We were like, "Oh, okay, Tucci's here. Get him on." All right. So Frankie's here. Frankie, how you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We got Rob Adams, who's looking very stoic.
Stoic. Okay.
Yeah, look at you.
Hello, everyone.
We got Rob at a good time. He's got home from work. He's coherent right now. He hasn't. Wait till you start seeing his eyes turn to slits in the next hour. Mr. Justin Ryan, who's not in the happiest of moods.
I absolutely am. What's up,
Snapped
you
at me
filthy
before,
bastards?
yelling at me, but it's okay. And we got Steve Santucci, who is looking as disheveled as he's ever looked. So, Steve, how you doing?
I'm just ducky.
Nah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. So, Mr. Hearn,
Yes.
you are the man of the 90 minutes. We're gonna try to go about 90 minutes and have a good time. We're
Is
gonna
this
talk
like
about the hobby.
the Dean Martin celebrity roast where you dig up?
No, we're not going to roast you. Listen, we had a lot of good times back in the day. We talked about it on the podcast. We used to have a lot of good times on the old podcast.
Yeah, we did.
We did. And, you know, we talked about that before, but we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about you as a modeler and as an entrepreneur. Because you did have your scale colors and your scale 3D. What is it? Scale 3D?
SC3D.
SC3D. For some reason, I can't get
pre-production. He could do the pre-production homework, but no,
whatever. SC3D. But you now are you got bought out by Squadron, who are your new employers. So, listen, we talked about Squadron.
He merged with Squadron.
Merged.
I'm the design manager for Squadron, so I oversee the R&D for the paint line. You know, all of the color stuff. All the production has moved down to Georgia, so I do all the R&D, the research, and stuff like that for all the new paint colors that we do. And then I head up all of the 3D stuff, with design work and CAD work and all that fun stuff. And we're in the process of finishing up an actual 3D print farm, like
right.
Big
printers. You got some guy's going to oversee it, right? And some
we've got employees, and I think I think we're going to open with somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20 or 20.
I got to make a joke when you said that. There's going to be a guy like in some farmhouse. He's going to be like that old man in the oil tanker in freaking water world. He's like stuck in the freaking hole. There's fucking refining oil. That's gonna be the guy in gonna be refining 3D printed parts in the farmhouse. Yeah.
But we've got No,
it's need a lot of memory sticks for that, eh?
Yeah. Well, most of our stuff is going to be networked. We're networking the machines, dedicated outside, ventilation and fume extraction, all that fun stuff. And but I mean, we're building a facility. There's plumbing and electrical and drywall and it's a legitimate. It's going to probably be the largest 3D print farm probably in the country within a very short period of time.
Well, right now, with everything's going on with the shipping and stuff overseas, this is an opportunity to start getting those customers. Listen, we talked about this on the lot when we did the show I spoke to Brandon at Amps. We all did. And we also, I think I spoke about it on the podcast about Squadron when we were talking about the vending. Yeah. And Squadron, listen, there was a time where Squadron was, they were the best thing around. You used to get your little Squadron mail orders as a kid. You filled it out. You had a lot of good times. Yep. And then they went, and then Brandon came in and he took that. What was they? They were like, what were they before? They were
Free Time Hobbies.
Free Time. Yeah. And they took over the brand of Squadron. And I mean, they turned that business into something that it's amazing what they have.
But you know what though? They'd be nothing without Jeff there.
No,
Jeff really expanded them very big time.
they'd still be kicking ass and taking names without me.
I'm just teasing.
And the only reason, Justin, the only reason that Squadron was expanded is because they had to make the doors wider for me to get through.
Easy
Right.
there.
That's true,
Easy
man.
there.
You know.
Didn't they have a big warehouse fire or something though? That's kind of what ended the first one.
No.
Which
We
company was
we
that?
won't. No, that Edward had a bad warehouse
Oh, maybe it was
fire.
Edward. Okay, yeah.
A couple of years ago.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then,
Listen,
of course, what happened with ICM recently back in August. So, yeah, that no.
No, well, the
wood,
ICM
everything
thing is
with us
pretty bad. Yeah, they got hit with that missile like right outside their warehouse or whatever.
Yeah,
blew up half this building.
What's really cool is, and I don't know if you guys knew it or not, but if you buy an ICM kit, a lot of their boxes and stuff, because they do all of their own, everything's done in house. Some of their boxes actually have like shrapnel damage from the attack.
That's cool.
So they're putting,
I mean,
rather than trashing the boxes, they're actually putting stickers on the boxes with holes and says this damage was caused by debris from a Russian rocket.
Dude, that's cool, Jeff. That reminds me back when they had the San Francisco earthquake in '89. When I worked in the pizzeria, we got a lot of our 1 gallon can tomatoes from Stanless from out there, and it came in the boxes damaged, saying that this is still good, but by the way, this is evidence of the earthquake.
Yeah.
Well, listen, they're great. They're doing great though, Jeff.
Yeah, it's, and this is an opportunity to put finally on a permanent record what I have been saying for the last year, that Brandon and Russ and Jared and the rest of the crew at Squadron are some of the most amazing people to work with. They're just phenomenal people, and they are truly a benefit to the hobby. They're just some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and
Absolutely. Go-getters, man. Brandon's a go-getter, man. That guy,
he and I are dangerous together. There was a running joke when I first came on board with the company, and Russ, who runs the MMD, the distribution side of the business, he said, Brandon's always the gas and I'm always the brakes. We kind of balance out that way. And he said, you kind of need to be the clutch. So, I have to but you put Brandon and I together, and the next thing you know, we're like Pinky and the Brain.
No, but they're doing great, man. And you know what?
Plotting world takeovers.
They sent over two nice big kits for the auction that's going to take place on the Justin, mute your mic a minute. Two nice big kits, a 1/16 scale Sherman and a Hornet 1/32 scale for the auction that's going to take place. It's going to be December 7th. And I know we made a quick post. I know people have been messaging me to donate kits for it. So we're still going to be doing that. We're going to put up another post. So anybody watching the live cast, either live or again, when it's after it's recorded, please contact me on Facebook if you're willing to donate some kits for the auction. Right now, we got a ton of stuff. We got to start going through it between us and the Model Car Mania guys. We're going through a lot of things, and Jeff is helping and facilitating that. So Jeff's going to be a big part of that as well. But we're going to talk about your work, Mr. Hefe, because I don't want to put people to sleep about your resume right now. No offense.
Okay.
Sully's on right now.
Sully's on.
Yeah, Sully's on.
Yeah, we had a good time with Sully. Sully's a great guy, man. It's very hard to understand that, man. I don't know what it's like to have a terrible accent, but he's got one of them. Very bad accent, that guy's got. I'm only kidding. It's only half bad. Anyway, Frankie, my AV guy, you just got an increase in your salary last week. Let's see if it gets put to use this week. Let's see if that extra 15 cents an hour is going to get put to good use. We were going to automate you, Frank. That was kind of the deal. We were going to try to do like the McDonald's where we're going to have the kiosk.
Is that 15 cents an hour American or 15 cents an hour Canadian?
Canadian. So it only turned out to be 2 cents American,
Apparently, I should go with Hong Kong dollars because nobody understands those.
Look at this thing, man. There's a lot of this is nice to start out with because you got a lot
Very
of
swordfish. Nice.
Yep.
Is this in the book? Is this in the book that you showed that you wrote?
This is in the book. I have a very eclectic taste when it comes to models within the hobby. I build everything. Some things I do better than others, but I build everything. in some way, shape, or form. So a few years ago, I was approached about doing a book on modeling British aircraft of World War II, and this is one of the models that was in the book. This is the Tamiya kit, and yep, there's the color cover of the book.
It's the 48 scale one.
Yeah, it's 48 scale, which is completely out of my wheelhouse. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a large scale,
Yeah,
30 second scale guy. I was wanting to do the trumpeter swordfish in 30-second scale just because it would fit into my collection when it was done, but my editor and my publisher said 30-second scale is not popular in England, so you're going to do this in 48 scale. All right, whatever. So the book's on Amazon. You can still get it. I think it's like $4.12 Canadian.
Buy 3, get 2 free.
Yeah, something like that.
Hold on a minute, Frank. When you looked up this book for Hefe on Amazon, what other books were suggested? This is hysterical, Frank. You got to say it. So Frank looks up when Hefe was talking about this before we went live. Frank looked up the book on Amazon, and what other books were suggested with this book?
Well, it's when you select Jeff Herne. So on Amazon, when you select somebody, right, you get the book, and then you go, oh, I want to see what this author's done. So I love this because he does have his shiv with him. The Art of Subtle Persuasion, or the Subtle Art of Persuasion, and Adult ADHD. And just to top off, because only 4 books show up, How to Hold a Cockroach.
What?
Dude, it's fucking everything that's Jeff Herne is right there in those 3 books. It's like, it's amazing what AI can do today. They pegged you.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Anyway, so this is pretty cool, Hefe, that you wrote this book. I mean, you are a past editor of a couple of Fine Scale, one of them.
Yep. And
the other one was the Model X.
I founded Model X. Yep.
Right. And I told you we should start another magazine. You don't want to do it. I mean, it's not like you got a lot going on, Jeff. You got a lot of free time.
Find the money to make it happen, and we can make it happen.
Listen, Hefe, you're raking in the dollars now. You're a big guy in this hobby now. Come on.
Yeah, I'm a made man, right?
You're a made guy.
Jeff, you're talking to the scale model Suge Knight. Yeah, of course you can bankroll that.
Basically.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, listen, I'm happy Justin's in a better mood because he wanted to beat me up before the show started.
Yeah. So this was one of the 5 or 6 book models that were in the book.
What kit is this?
This is the Tamiya kit.
Okay.
This is the plane that was responsible for sinking
the Bismarck. Yeah, as well as half the Italian fleet at Taranto. A phenomenal kit.
Did you use their PE for the?
I did use their PE, and I in retrospect, I probably should have used
Easy Line,
something with a little more flexibility, because the struts on the PE are actually, obviously they're stainless steel. So with temperature variations, they tend to buckle and flex and things like that. So that's the only downside that I have to the model. It's actually sitting over there on the shelf, but these were some of the upgrade parts. So the part on the left actually replaces the part on the right.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought there was something that goes on that part. That's actually the replacement part.
Yeah.
That's
shit doesn't even look the same.
Yeah, so you have to cut you cut all of the arms off the hub, and then you put the photo etch part on top of the hub.
Right. Well, how do they get those little things? Go back to the last picture, Frank. The last one that we just had. Yeah. So how do they get that contraption with the 3 arms to what the triangles are? Like, how is that even remotely close?
Well, the triangular parts are the motor mount for the radial engine. So on the plastic kit, they just put those, because you really can't see it unless you're looking for it behind the cowling. So that was obviously there just to expedite the process.
Right.
But this is the photo etch that Tamiya actually has as an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
I have the PE set for that. I have that kit too.
It's like that nickel based stuff. You can't.
I have to say, Jeff, cutting the arms off the hub, that is a weird kink you got.
Fucking guy.
So yeah, so this is obviously the add-on photo etch parts and the kit motor, kit engine rather.
Would you paint the engine in? Would you base it in?
Everything that I do that's metallic for now is either alclad or metallizer.
Okay.
I have a rather extensive collection of alclad. I think I have about 60 or 70 bottles of alclad. Because I just kind of stocked up on it. So there's the engine all broken down and pre-painted prior to assembly.
Right. A little dry brushing too. You got going.
Yeah,
on?
yeah. I'm still a fan of dry brushing.
Yeah,
man.
I know people say it's out of vogue and
no. You just got to do it subtly, and then
especially for metallic stuff, it just adds that dimensional element.
Yeah, definitely
makes it kind of pop.
That looks great. So this plane was built in a lot of sub assemblies, painted, I mean, and then assembled after, right?
Yeah. And that was kind of the way they wanted the book to flow.
Okay.
The process in the book. So, it came time to actually do the painting for the camouflage scheme. I just copied the instructions and made templates and then just traced it.
So what you do? You penciled it out on the bare plastic first and laid down the paint?
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, that works.
And then what you didn't do like one color and then camo over it, or you did like the color cutting?
I did it freehand. This was all done, because the demarcation lines are all soft edge.
Soft edge. Right.
So with biplanes especially, it's such a pain trying to get, for example, the struts and the cross bracing and everything in after the wing is assembled.
Right.
It's just a real pain in the ass. So I tried to do it this way to kind of make it a little bit easier and facilitate kind of an improved construction.
So you put the rigging or whatever it is, the strings in before you paint?
Yeah. Yep.
And no paint got on that rope?
It's not.
No, they do, but it's stainless steel. So what I ended up doing was just going back with a Q-tip with thinner on it and just hitting the stainless steel. Yeah, just take it off.
This is really nice. Now, are these the pictures that you use for the book?
Yes, these are the photos that were in the book.
Okay.
So I'm giving away a whole chapter. You get a whole chapter for free plus narration.
What did you use for the metallic part on the front of the engine cowl? Because
that is alclad, and that is it was a mix. It was a bronze mixed with I think it was like a stainless steel.
Okay.
So
I know it's a hard color to nail, right?
It really is, because it's actually not gold. The British aircraft, that is actually that collector ring is actually used for cooling. So there's actually liquid inside of that chamber on the front. And that's how they help cool the engine. And I think that might be oil cooling.
Now, what paint did you do the body, the body of the plane to?
This model was done in scale colors.
Really? Wow, it went down great.
Original scale colors. Yep.
Oh wow, okay. Really nice. You built this, right, Rob?
I started the 30-second one.
You always talk about the fairy swordfish. You never shut the hell up about it. It was driving me fucking crazy.
See when you're looking at the rigging, it's not on the real plane. It's not actually rigging like wires. They're flat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're flat.
They're flat. Yeah.
It's an ugly airplane, but
I think it looks fucking amazing.
But at the same time, it does. It's there's something about the airplane that once you get it all together, it's really impressive looking. And even in 48 scale, this is a big airplane.
Yeah, no, the paint went down great. You can tell in the pictures that the paint went down excellent too, Jeff.
And the fact that you can fold the wings on it too.
Yeah,
that's even more.
So this was the later swordfish when the German Navy stopped being a threat that they had to torpedo. They started using swordfish to hunt submarines, and they had these radar arrays on each side of the wing. Well, for whatever reason, I either didn't get one or I lost it, but I had only one of them. And I looked at this part, and that horseshoe is what clips onto the wing strut. God, this just looks horrible. So I just went ahead and scratch built the dipoles for the radar. some brass wire, some plastic strip, a piece of tube stock that was cut, and then split to kind of make a compression fitting for it to fit on the strut.
There you go.
So obviously the kit part on the left, and then the parts that I did are on the right.
This is modeling right here, Rob. Right? This is modeling.
Yeah, that's definitely modeling.
Really nice stuff, Hefe. And I'm surprised that these pictures were used for the magazine.
Holy shit, that's tedious.
So this was the porcupine exhaust. I stabbed myself more times than I can count with that sharp instrument there. So obviously the exhaust with these ports on it, that's designed to dissipate flame coming out of the back of the exhaust. So it makes the aircraft more difficult to see during night operations and whatnot. So what I did with that is just a little bit of Tamiya thin cement, softened the plastic, and then pushed in the pointy tool. I don't even know what we'd call it. I don't want to say probe because then
it's a scriber.
I get
probe.
If I say probe, then Justin and Adams, start giggling like school children. So
I don't need you to say probe for me to do that.
So the pointy stick was used to start the holes, and then they were drilled out. And again, that's a freaking tiny. But yeah, I stabbed myself, more times than I care to admit.
Good thing you didn't use an airbrush needle, or you would have just speared yourself.
Well, I thought about it, and yeah, it's so this is kind of one of the middle stages of assembly on the model.
Really
everything's
nice,
kind of
really
coming
good
together.
Does that kit come with the wing fold option? I can't remember.
It does, and I chose not to. It's just unnatural, It just, to me, doesn't look right. So I went ahead and did all of the control arms, and actually ran the rigging line through the control arm with a turnbuckle on it. So those are actually beading crimpers. They're crimp ends for beading, for jewelry making.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
My wife does a lot of that, so I knew I needed them, so I went upstairs and swiped some out of her toolkit to do the control lines.
Needs must, man. Needs must.
Well, don't be fucking mad when your favorite pair of tweezers goes missing. Then.
Oh, she's already had them. She's got them.
I like the weathering. What'd you do to do the weathering around the rivets? What'd you do?
That is all done with acrylic wash. Obviously, the Scale Colors paint. I also had a line of washes that went along with it, and that's just acrylic sludge wash.
And just put it on and then wipe it off.
Put it on, let it dry, wipe it off with a wet Q-tip with water.
Oh wow!
Right, kind of
like
a flurry wash.
Yeah, flurry model wash.
I was doing it before he was. But,
Phil's watching. He might be.
Anyway, so the beauty of these washes is that, especially on really light surfaces, if you don't swap out the Q-tip, when you start wiping the washes off, it starts to leave a little bit of residue on the model, and you can actually use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
No, it looks good.
That's kind of how I do my weathering too.
Yep.
Anyways.
So are those lines coming out of the sides too? Are those lines on the
Yeah,
sides?
those are. So this is they called the airplane the string bag. All of the flight controls were cables, and unlike modern aircraft where all the flight controls are on the inside, the flight controls come out of the fuselage halfway back and go off to the rudder and the elevators.
So that's a cool plane.
It really is. It
Definitely,
really
you did a
is.
great job on this, Jeff.
And the reason they got close to all these ships is because they moved too slow.
Yeah.
These are all Tamiya's decals?
Yeah.
And they went down good like that?
Right out of the box. Tamiya's decals, depending on who makes them. I know Cartograph has done some, and I've never had problems with them. Some of them I've gotten, and they've been really heavy, really thick. But these were okay.
Yeah. Jeff said, Frank Blanton. Frankie's drunk. He's on his third bourbon tonight or whatever. He's Scotch. This is excellent, Hefe. This is really nice, man. Listen, it really, I would like to, give you a hard time, but on something like this, I can't. I'll give you a hard time on your armor. But much better plane model than you are.
The the swordfish is one of my favorites, and Jeff, goddamn.
Well, thank you.
Really nice. Really nice.
Thank you.
Frankie, what do we got, babe? Keep going. We're doing well. 30 minutes in, we're doing. Oh, I seen this in person. Look at this big guy.
You guys
couldn't fit it anywhere else. It's like, what is that? Is that 1/6?
1/6 scale, and it's scratch built. Yep.
He scratch built this thing. Look at this.
STKZ 250-1.
The question is, what did you? This is the question, Hefe.
Yeah.
What parts did you have? Because it wasn't 100% scratch built.
No.
Right?
So way back in the day, I had done and we'll see it later, but I had done another 1/6 scale model and said I wanted to do a half track. And I found this company in Japan who made this kit, spent a ridiculous amount of money on it, thinking I was getting a kit. And what I got was basically a glorified G.I. Joe toy.
Right.
And I looked at it. I was so disgusted with it that I put it back in the box and I didn't touch it for almost 20 years. And then there was a company called Panzerworks, and he did a lot of resin parts for 1/6 scale RC models. And I was at a nationals one day and he had some stuff there, and I ordered some parts from him, and the next thing you know, we're communicating, and he did wheels, he did drive sprockets, he did tracks, and a bunch of interior parts. And then I started thinking I could take this toy and basically turn it into something. Well, about halfway in, I realized that the toy was just.
Look who's on. Jorg is on.
Hey, Jorg made it.
Jorg
from Germany. So when I got into it, I just said, there's just no way this is going to happen. So the only thing that I kept out of the original kit was the fenders, because I was actually going to hammer out brass and do all the.
That's a lot of work.
And then I looked at them and I looked at the ones that were in plastic. I said, to hell, I'm just going to keep those. I kept the fenders. I used the front wheels from the half track for the wheels on the trailer of the flat gun, which is also scratch built.
Well, it's really hard to scratch build the wheel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's almost impossible.
And there was a 20 millimeter ammo box that I kept the basic shape and then turned it in. So originally this was going to be a 250-9 with the 20 millimeter on top, and I couldn't find enough reference material for the way the turret was actually mounted, because you can get away with it in 35th scale. You can probably even get away with it in 16 scale. You just you stick it on the top and nobody's going to. But in this scale, you open up the rear door and you see everything.
Yeah.
So at that point, I made the decision that I wasn't going to do the 9. I'll do a 250-1, and then I used the Dragon 20 millimeter gun as the tow behind. So
even the locking mechanism for the rear door.
Yeah, I did the hinge for the door with the locking mechanism. So that actually works. So when you turn it's actually cammed, and it actually works.
Look at this, man.
Are you on crack?
Yeah. No.
Oh, crack.
So as you can see, like here's the front differential casing and the gearbox. Now you can see, obviously, by looking at the resin parts, some of the resin parts were just not that good.
Right. I see.
So, I went in and I have a friend of mine who actually has a 250 down in Illinois. So I went down there and did a bunch of photos and stuff, and did the tube.
There, Frank.
Yeah, I did the tube for the protects the guards for the flywheels on either side.
Wasn't there a seat that went over that though? The transmission.
Yeah,
wasn't there a
seat? And but this is an early. So what I ended up doing with the whole thing, I kept the lower part of the suspension, the lower part of the body of the toy, because it had already been routed for all of the axles and things. So this was.
Well, I was going to say, this is a great example of why you need to have a brag book or some sort of book showing the work that you do on a model, because people don't understand if they see it what it took to get to that point.
Yeah. So this was obviously everything in gray was the original kit, if you call it a kit suspension. So all of these dog bones and everything, and as you can see, the cast resin nuts and whatnot that went over the top. And then in the back, you can actually see RC airplane parts. That's those are actually for RC airplanes, the bell cranks and stuff. Yeah, they're servo arms. So that allows the steering wheel to actually work.
Look at this.
And then this is the replacement. So as you can see, the wheels are in the back that came with the kit. Those kind of got put aside. I'm going to use those for the flat gun, and I used the resin replacement wheels from Panzerworks for the front.
There you go.
And look at the track.
Look at the Unibomber, the way you got everything set up on that table.
Yep.
What the hell else were you making?
Yep. No, that's just the way my workbench is. I mean, you know, and it's funny because when you build in 35th scale, everything is micro. When you build in 1/6 scale, everything is macro.
Right.
You know, and you're literally using, you know, I mean, I wasn't using a razor saw half the time. I was using an actual hacksaw.
Dude, even the tracks are all resin, huh? Resin tracks. Really nice. The pads look good. Now, were the pads all like worn down in some areas and stuff?
I went through and I hit them all with a Dremel tool.
Yeah.
And just a burr to kind of rough them up a little bit, give it a little bit of personality. So there's as you can see, the plastic, the lower tray I kept. I kept the vision ports, and that's about it. Everything else.
You even scratched with the hood and the hood, the engine,
vents.
everything.
Yep.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, that's all I did was just make a box, and it was originally it was going to be 2 boxes, but then it was just 1 box, and I put a piece of styrene in between to divide it and make it into 2 boxes, and then just layered screen.
There's Heffy with the Mr. Hobby Krayos rack in the back.
Oh, I got a whole rack of Gunzy. I love the stuff. So these were this was the floorboard, the floor plates. So this is all scratch built. This was all diamond tread that I got off eBay, I think. I don't even remember where it came from. And all of the grab handles for each of the panels are wire that's put inside of a brass tube and then glued down. And then obviously the panels are just scribed.
Wow, this is
so it was one piece.
It was one piece, yeah. Okay. So then I masked it off and started doing obviously the red primer and then the distressing of the paint because it's floorboards. So
impressive, Hefe, very impressive. I did see this in person, like Frankie Blaine at X. Was this the one that was at Newport News back in 22? Yes, this was there, Frankie.
Yeah.
This is when Hefe was giving out all the first round of Rivs Talent.
Exactly.
Everybody was getting drunk, and I was wondering why is everybody drinking paint bottles for?
Hey, why is everybody so happy?
Top end scotch, everybody's drinking.
Didn't you bring it to Camp Hill too? Or was it not there?
He brought it to Nationals. He had it at IPMS Nationals in
Madison.
Yeah.
I had it on display at Madison on the table, and I had it at Camp Hill.
I thought it was there.
No,
South Bend.
I had it at
South Bend. South Bend.
Yeah, you weren't at Camp Hill, Hefe. You weren't at Camp Hill.
I had it in Virginia.
I've seen it.
I had it in Virginia.
And you had it in Wisconsin.
And I had it in Wisconsin. I think those are the only 2 shows that it's been to.
Or whatever.
I don't think I brought it to South Bend.
We're sick of looking at it. So
don't well, there you go. So that's
just your jealousy talking, Rip.
There's the door with the handle, and then the first aid kit. I made all the decals myself. I printed them all out.
Dude, Hefe, man, jack of all trades, this guy. Oof.
Yeah. Now there are some things that I used in the kit that are from the Dragon line of 1/6 scale stuff. So obviously the Schmeisser, the ammo pouches, the rifles, the headsets, the gas mask canister, those are all commercially available parts. But everything else is either part of the kit or scratch built.
Really nice, Hefe. I mean, it looks like metal. I mean, it looks like front rod doesn't look like it looks metal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Really nice. What'd you paint the? Hold on, go back to those grenades, Frankie. Those potato mashes. What'd you do for the tops of the potato mashes, color wise? That was really good.
That's scale colors,
Mhm.
and then a little bit of oil on the handles were already pre-done, but they kind of got a little bit of oils put on them to kind of give them just a little bit more
really nice, Hefe.
individuality. Yeah.
So what's all the brackets and everything that's holding everything together? What's that all made of? Brass?
Brackets that are holding things together, like the
Like
weapons rack and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Like
all
what's-
made out of styrene. Yep.
Okay.
Everything's made out of styrene.
I love the radios and all the wiring.
Yeah, the radios
Yeah.
look really good in the headset. And this is top-notch stuff, Hefe. Outdid yourself.
Thank
I
you.
don't think you've been able to replicate this success lately, but you know,
Yeah, okay. If you say so.
why? I can't break your balls a little bit, Christ.
I'm pretty sure he did I'm pretty sure he did with this Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah, that's coming up at the end there. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
There's
Rob,
the tower.
Rob,
You still got some Rob Rivs tower.
Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta
now
let's
Tooch,
start
is
on-
it there
let's go
are
to-
different varieties. Is that the
Yes.
tolerance?
This is the SC Frodo Rob Rib Tolerance juice.
Hold on, put it up on the screen.
I have about 4 or 5 more of these.
Look at that. These are the ones that well, this first started at
See, Frodo was the SKU.
right.
I
This
put in
started
the-
at 2022 amps in Newport News and became a tradition every time Hefe was at a show. And then everybody's drinking. Everybody's drinking these fucking bottles of whatever. I'm like, I'm walking around, and not only that, but people are starting to start slurring their words. It's like Frankie Blanton is like stumbling around like normal, and like it's a normal day for Frank.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And then
Way
all
to
of a
go,
sudden,
Steve.
I'm like, what the hell's going
So
on? I
good.
go,
That's
I think
it
I
should be.
said-
That's top end stuff.
I think I said it to DeSanti. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys drinking out of Jeff's paint bottles? And they grabbed it out of his hand, and I read it. I'm like, Rob Riv's tolerance juice, and then every one of them, like, you must have sat there for like 3 hours making up different names. For every fucking
oh,
What we
bottle.
got here? I got
Collect
Rivs
them all.
says you're a piece of shit, and Rob Rivs insanity ass gas. And I got a
Rob
couple
Riv says
more
you're a
back.
piece of shit. That's a good one right there. That's funny stuff, bro. I mean, listen,
I got my
mean,
empty
you can
bottle
make that shit
somewhere
up.
because
It's
I
fun.
drank it.
Yeah.
Adams,
Oh, yeah.
Adam, I found one of your not
Dude,
empty
but
bottles in my car this week.
Dude, the funny thing,
Nice.
you know what the funny thing was?
I'm coming to
Though?
collect that in March.
Someone goes, I remember someone goes at that Nationals in AMPS 2022. Someone, I forgot who it was, is like, why is there a bunch of scale color bottles in the garbage in the judges' room? Because everybody was drinking the scale colors fucking scotch during the judging, and then there's a freaking the little it was a little garbage pail. It had like all scale color bottles in there, just thrown out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that was funny stuff. though,
That
happening
was
anyways.
fun.
And that
South
was a
Bend,
surprise. Like
we
no
did
no
that
one,
at we
you know
did
what?
that at South
Yeah.
Bend too.
you
we
held
did.
that secret, and no one mentioned that because I fucking can't keep any
Yeah.
secrets.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
that
God.
was funny.
That's why it was
I-
the Rob Riv tolerance juice, not the Steve Tooch tolerance juice.
That's true.
Models. Models.
that
Yeah.
that and prune juice doesn't hold up too well over time. So
This is a good shot right here, man, with that map on the side. This is
Thanks.
really, that's awesome. Man.
oh, so
that's
so
the money
you,
shot right there, man.
so you're gonna love this. So that map is an actual map of where this vehicle was. So what I did is I went online and I typed in, German maps, and I found a auction company that was selling like original maps. So then all I did was I screenshot that photo and printed it out. So yeah,
Thief.
so this vehicle actually existed. And I wish that there were more photos of the original vehicle towing the flak, but it was a Luftwaffe unit, and there was a DMAG 7 in the foreground, and this vehicle was in the background. The only thing that I can't verify is if the numbers on the side of the hull were actually black, or if they were blue or red or whatever. It was a black and white photo, but I figured,
Artistic
Go with it that
license.
There's
Yeah.
a bucket. Everything's got to have a
There's
bucket.
Everything's got to have a bucket. That's why it's there, and you're gonna love that bucket is a plastic bucket from the last time we were together, we all did Jello shots, and that was one of those plastic dollar store Jello shot glasses.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I guess that really puts it in perspective.
Yep.
This thing
Yeah,
is.
I had to put an oily rag in the bottom of it because when you look in the bottom, it's got that dimple, where it's molded. So I painted it obviously and filled the bottom of it, but then I had to put the rag in the top of it to hide the dimple.
Yeah, you did a great job on this, Hefe.
Thanks. It's sitting in my garage right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen,
Collecting dust.
Collecting dust, yeah.
That's the flat gun right there.
So this was the Dragon 1/6 scale flat gun. Built it pretty much straight out of the box. Not even really gonna. I added like the weld beads and stuff to it, but other than that, it's there's nothing special about it. So then
It's like PVC piping.
That is PVC pipe because that was the start of the trailer chassis. Because I had originally wanted to do this as a 9, when I realized that wasn't going to happen, then I decided, okay, the half track is going to be towing the flat gun. So started doing this was kind of cobbled together. Obviously there's a wooden dowel holding it in, but I did the leaf springs. Those are all, the leaf springs are all scratch built and
how long did this project take you from beginning to end?
About 400 hours.
Wow. It's a lot of hours, man.
Yeah. This is kind of cool. I wanted to do the fenders for the trailer. And of course, your brain's always in overdrive. Again, I was going to hammer out brass and do the fenders in brass. And then I'm looking around and I saw this ice cream tub that had a bunch of like model parts in it or something. It was just laying around the shop. And I looked at it, and I said, you know what? That could work. So I cut the bottom out, cut it down to the width of the fender.
Cut it in half then?
Sliced it.
I love this. It's like it's his PowerPoint, but Frankie's controlling it.
Yeah, Frank's controlling it. Glued those parts to a styrene backing plate.
It did work, huh? As the fenders, huh?
Yep.
Come on, Frank.
Cut them. I cut them out. Obviously sanded them to try to get a uniform shape on the backside.
Right.
And then there's they are, fenders on the.
And it worked out good, huh?
It worked out just fine. Yep.
Well, you get that extra little lip there that would have been a pain.
Yeah. Well, that was the bottom of the bucket of the ice cream bucket. So
yeah, that's perfect.
There we are, piecing it together.
Wow, that fucking worked out great.
Yep.
You're a sick man, Jeff. Sick.
Yeah, I know. That's why the thing is resting on a pill bottle. So then I started doing the work for the I don't even know what they call it, but it basically holds the trailer up off the ground so that the tongue doesn't hit. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So that was all done out of PVC, and there's the finished gun pre-weathering.
Is this gun still available? Because I fucking want to do
you can find it. I don't think it's in production.
My hobby shop has got this in stock, I think.
But yeah, it's around. You can still pick it up, and even by itself, it's a great little kit.
Yeah.
So this was the first show that I brought it to. It took first in the category. It took best armor, and it took People's Choice. And as you mentioned, there's the brag book that shows everything.
Yeah, no, you got to show them. I mean, listen, well, that you did a lot. Like, I mean, the work that you did in that is amazing. So you got to show that off because no one's going to appreciate what's there without knowing how it got to that point.
And I'm known for ridiculous projects. Doing these off the wall, large scale,
and saying ridiculous things to boot.
Yeah, well, that's a given. So to put this into perspective, that tiger on that trophy is a 35th scale tiger.
Okay, well, that's
Jesus
35th. Wow,
Christ.
yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
that's a 35th scale tiger. That makes up the award.
So that's like a freaking half-track Power Wheels.
Yeah.
Listen, you
Pretty
did a great
much,
job on the
yeah.
bill.
So who built the model that goes on that?
Oh, I don't know. I was
The
Okay.
painting has got something to be desired, but we'll get to that at another point. I don't want to cause problems.
yeah.
This is your other one. Was this another 1/6 guy?
This is a 1/6 scale Jagdpanzer 4 L70.
And you did the Zimmer for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't.
Crazy maniac you are, dude.
I
Sick
didn't.
bastard.
I didn't take as many photos of this during the construction process, but this was a kit that came from a company called Backyard Armor, and it's a metal kit. So even in that state right there,
Hello.
the damn thing weighs like 80 pounds.
Fuck.
That's what she
Is
said.
it remote controlled then?
It's supposed to be.
Okay.
And I just looked at it and said, no, I'm not gonna do that. So there's the vents, the rear deck vents. I scratch built the replacements. You can see the resin cast kit part in the back, which is really kind of horrible.
Yes.
So I did all of that out of styrene. These are the hangers. So this is what you get when you order this kit. You literally get a flat box full of steel. So these are the actual track hangers, or the Skirzen hangers.
Oh wow. Okay, and you got to bend it and everything.
Yeah, you got to bend them. You got to drill holes. You got to rivet them or bolt them in or weld them in, whatever. So you fold that over. So there you can see the Skirzen.
Yeah, no, I see. I'm familiar with that. Yeah, look at
are
that.
being applied. And then again, to give you an idea of the size, I mean, that's sitting on a 4x8 table.
Yeah, look at that thing, man. It's as big as Tooch's head.
So I replaced all of the road wheels with resin cast road wheels. Made a jig for my drill press so that they all just dropped right in, and I had a perfect center on them.
But did you hold on? Those wheels are resin cast? You did those?
Yeah. Yep.
You resin casted those?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, they came out really good, man. Really good.
I didn't do any of the like lettering on the tires, and stuff like that, and that was
lame.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. You went all out. You didn't do that.
Yeah, what can I
the
say?
next one. Let's do
So
the next one,
kids
Jeff.
applied
Next
tracks?
one. You'll get
Yeah.
Look at Hefe doing. Look at this.
Oh God, that must have been tedious as fuck.
So I bought
a dark room or something. It's like so dark.
Well, it was my basement, but yeah, I couldn't put this on the workbench because it didn't fit. It was,
dude, I love that.
wider
You did
than
a
the
good
basement.
job with the Zimmer, though.
Thank you.
That is cool.
So this, I had the first thing that I did was I made a Zimmer like rolling tool. That was horrible.
Yeah, no, not in this scale.
And then, so what I ended up doing was just, as you can see, it's just 2 pieces of brass strip, and I glued it to a piece of styrene, and that, I literally
Very
went in
tedious.
Yeah, it is. But I used Abe's epoxy sculpt over the whole thing.
Oh, that's Abe's. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
One thing
covered
about
Abe's.
the Zimmer on those Jag Panzers, they were very crudely put on. Like they were not even. They were kind of like the way they look right there, where it's
Which was perfect for me because I crudely applied it.
Right, and when people do it too neatly, or if you get sets that look too uniform, it's not how it was on the real vehicle.
Yeah,
it was a mess.
Yep. So you can see the metal in there. It's everything in this kit. Had to be drilled and riveted and or soldered. And again, this came from this was not a kit part. This came from one of the Dragon something or others. But the chain and the clevis for the or the pin for the tow hook, that's all just nylon rod, brass rod.
Really excellent work. Really nice. Yeah, look at this. Even you did the hatch details and everything.
There was no interior in this. So I made sure that all of the hatches were closable so that when I went to a contest, if there wasn't, if it was going to get judged, all the hatches were closed. So nobody could look inside and, say that there was no interior.
You didn't there's no interior detail. We got to take a point off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where do you
okay.
get these? Where do you get these tool brackets from? What'd you do?
So
here?
this came from a guy in England. And it's going to drive me nuts now. He did a bunch of 1/6 scale parts.
That looks great.
So I just went and bought his tool class, and I bought everything that that he had that pertained to this particular, and that was, I mean, this stuff is not cheap.
No, not at wow. This is top-notch stuff.
1/6 scale stuff is not cheap.
Really impressive.
I didn't
Really,
even know this was really a modeling scale, to be honest with you.
It is.
It is, but it's mostly for the RC guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Think how big 16th is. And this is.
I know, but you wouldn't want to friggin' drive this thing around, right?
But I mean, the beauty of this is that all of those tool class are functional, and there's, they're bolted to the steel, so it's literally metal on metal. Do
they give you the fasteners or no?
No, they just give you the bracket with the pre-drilled holes.
Fuck, you got to invest in a lot of
pre-hole drills.
He's getting all freaking punch drunk tonight. This guy.
Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of tools then, because that's all tap, die, whatever, right? Like,
wow, you did a great job with the Zimmer on the mantle. Look at that. Yeah. That looks perfect.
So the barrel that they gave you in the kit is a piece of PVC pipe, which obviously there's no taper to the barrel, nothing like that. So do you guys know David Aho? Aho.
It sounds very familiar.
He's out here in the Midwest. I think he's in Iowa somewhere. Really good model, and he's a machinist. So I called him up and I said, "Hey, I need a 75 millimeter L70 gun barrel," and he actually turned a barrel for me in aluminum.
Nice.
And one thing that I learned is that in 1/6 scale, 75 millimeter is 50 caliber.
Hold on, Jeff. Hold that thought. Why does everybody fucking taking shots at me in the chat? I'm just sitting here minding my business. I'm not saying anything. And you're sitting over here. You got Robin Grant. You got everybody. Nisi saying
it's like the old days.
You know what?
Well, hold on. No, Perona's digging at Jeff here,
dude. And look at and Justin is drinking scotch right now. Look at him. He's just drinking.
If he had
scotch.
put the lettering on the wheels.
Yeah. Well, so yeah. Sorry, Frankie. You can ding me a point for that there.
Very disappointed in you, Jeff.
Yeah, well, get used to it. So these are the Skirzen panels. They were all laser cut out of stainless.
Nice. Look at the articulating wheels too. Huh?
Isn't it hard to paint stainless?
Nah, you just use an etching primer.
Okay.
So because of the size of the model, I basically black based everything that I could, because I knew inevitably, especially with something this big, that you're going to miss something. You're going to, so.
Not if you use a 1-to-1 DeVilbiss fucking spray gun. Jesus Christ.
Well, I didn't, and there's a photo coming up. Yeah, there's
shut your filthy mouth.
Now
there you go, Rust-Oleum.
I did because it was the only like I wanted something that was going to be like super durable, because obviously the tank is resting on its tracks.
Look at the size of the tracks compared to the can.
So I used the high heat just as a primer.
Was it nice and pebbly, Jeff?
No, it wasn't bad at all, because you heat the can.
Yeah. No, what I mean is because you want that look, right? You want that kind of a bit of a texture.
Well, I mean, this was just the first layer that got put on the tracks. I mean, the tracks then got, well, if we move to the next slide.
We just met her.
Justin's having Justin, what are you shaking for? The Rust-Oleum.
Yeah. So then we went to the red. And then
did they prime their tracks in red oxide?
Early on,
did.
Okay. So then it got another coat of like an iron color, and then pigments and some weathering.
Tracks
and,
painted though. They painted tracks.
yeah, the early on factory tracks were painted in red before they were applied, or like before they were put on the tank.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Anti corrosion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
So, and here we are starting the painting process. This was also all done with scale colors.
It was Steve. You brought this to Amps, right? You brought this to Amps
Yep.
a couple of times. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at this thing, man. Some racket.
Thank you, Frankie Blanton. The network continues, brother. Love you.
Too many Franks.
Never enough.
Too
Never
many
enough.
Franks.
Too many
Yep.
franks and not enough beans.
Mm.
So I took
Jesus
the paint
Christ.
scheme from one of the Kagero books. That's what it is. It wasn't backyard armor. It was battle ready armor.
Battle ready. Yep, there
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
Where is this guy? Still got him?
Oh no, this got sold to a collector up in Winnipeg,
Winterpeg.
and he drove. I met him at Mall of America in Minneapolis, and we carried it from my vehicle to his vehicle, and he handed me a big wad of cash, and I haven't seen or heard from it again.
You blew that in a day at strip club, huh?
So this
Fucking
gives you
hell.
a size of the armor,
Wow.
a size of the model with the airbrush hanging. It was really kind of cool because I could hang the airbrush on the skirzen holders, and I had a built-in.
A
So
lot of
what did
paint,
What
man,
did
lot
that
of
thing
paint.
weigh when it was done, roughly?
All said and done, it was about 140 pounds, 150 pounds.
Fucking Jesus
Geez,
Christ.
look, that thing. You should have put your head next to it, Half, and it really would have showed its
Yeah.
size. No offense.
Yeah.
Well, would have showed the
You-
side of Hefe's head.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you would have put seriously, you had to, or at least your hand by it. Just to, I know the airbrush gives some size, but even if your
Yeah.
hands should have been holding it or something. You
Yeah.
know when the
Holding
one,
it weighs 160 pounds.
You know,
Yeah,
there's that. Well, hold on. You know, there's that one picture of Rob Adams holding a ship. What's that one picture of you? You're holding something. Your son takes a picture of you holding something.
Oh, I've got one of me holding the flanker, and I've got another one of me holding an A10.
One of them you're holding a Christ. You look like Night of the Living Dead.
It looks like, show me on
and
the,
you're
on
holding
the
this-
A10 where the bad man touched me.
Right, you're holding this fucking plane, and it looks like you're ready to fucking keel over. You know the picture I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's actually when I got skinny.
Whatever the case may be, you look like you were.
I
Ready
was
to dig
actually
yourself a hole.
healthy at that time.
Yeah, you look
Oh.
fucking really healthy, for Christ's sake. Just because you look skinny, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you fucking look healthy. Actually, what I'm
Yeah.
trying to
No,
say is we should get Hefe should have been holding the fucking his tank like that, like old depressed looking, holding it up.
Anyway, so then I started
Models.
Then I started adding dirt and weathering
Fun.
to it. And
Wow, look at that! You did a great
Yeah.
job.
Did you use actual mud?
no, I actually used
War pigs.
I used spackling compound mixed with war pigs. Yes.
Those Hefe's
There's one of the that should have been further back, but there's one of the pre-production with everything before it got primed.
Hefe,
Okay,
man, you
put it
did a
into
good job
context,
on
'cause
this,
this is
man.
what it looks like now. Boom.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
See? Yeah.
I think
Really
I
nice.
used
All part of the
I
fun, right?
probably used 1.5 quarts of dull coat on this
Holy fuck.
just because it was just such a big model.
Yeah, really cool. Hefe.
And
But
you've done a good job of painting a large scale model and bringing the realism in, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I liked about
it's
this
very
as well, Dan?
challenging to paint large scale shit and
You
not
didn't-
have it look like a toy.
Right, and not try to weather it with chipping and garbage on it. I think this
Yeah.
really makes it look real and like how it would look.
Yeah.
You know, really good job, Hefe. Really
Thank
good job.
I would have given you $20 for this too.
20. Well, Canadian 20. So it's like $4 American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody in the chat having a good time. It's great having Hefe on, man. I
Yeah,
mean, listen,
yeah.
it's everybody's
good
having a
old
good time.
days.
It's like the good old days. Like we used to look at this guy. showing
Nice.
us
Okay, so this actually was an accident that ended up kind of
Happy
giving the
accident?
model. Yeah, it ended up giving the model a little character. I don't remember what it was, but something fell and knocked the the aves off the corner. Something hit the corner and it knocked the aves off and it chipped it out. And I was
It
all
looks like
pissed off.
it looks like that was like meant to
Did
be.
you lose
Yeah.
your shit?
I was all pissed off until I realized, well, hell, all I got to do is just, put a wash in it, primer it up a little bit, and it looks like it was supposed to be there. So,
Look good. Happy accident.
yeah, another one up there in the corner.
That looks good though. That's how it should be. They got
Yeah.
fucking danged up. Really good, man. What do we got next, Frankie? What's his next? Look at this. Even the exhaust, everything.
Another bucket. Yeah.
There's
Another
the
shot glass bucket in 1/6 scale.
There's Justin.
You get that thing of 100. You're like, man, look at all.
Justin,
the
what are you
buckets I can
drinking,
make."
Justin? Hold on. Tell everybody what you're drinking.
It's a Japanese whiskey tonight.
Japanese whiskey. Look at you.
Yeah, man.
That's your
Step it up.
modeling fluid.
For this evening.
This is a nice little money shot. Here, would you put this in the backyard?
Yep. So I was at I can't remember where I was. I was at a nationals and some guy had a GI Joe, and
I was gonna ask you about the figure.
most of the guys that are in this scale, they do the GI Joe stuff. That's their thing.
Right.
That's not my thing by any stretch of the imagination, but you got to kind of put a figure in there to give it context.
Mhm.
And so I went and bought this German tanker dude.
Frank's into the blow up dolls.
Silicone, baby. Silicone. All
All
my
right,
money's
Frank,
in
you're into the
silicone.
blow up GI Joes. He loves the
Silicone.
GI
Yeah.
Joes.
Yeah,
So-
buddy.
so
Only
this
when
was-
they have the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah. So this was
Silicone,
taken.
use
This
Justin's
was
beard here.
this was
short and
taken
curly.
at the end of my
Right.
street. That's the woods behind the house there. So just kind of laid it in the grass and snapped a picture and then photoshopped it and put a sepia filter on it, and that was it.
And
You
that's
did a good
perfect.
job.
It's good.
Bill,
It's
now
so good. It
everybody-
makes me feel like this.
Now, now everybody can find where you live from that picture, Jeff, and come shit on your
This
lawn.
looks like a Steve Andriano gun.
They-
I'm sure
They are more than welcome to try.
What are we looking at here, Hefe?
This is a model that I did. This is a scratch built M1899 mortar. These were the guns that were on Baton and Corregidor. So this was a commission piece. A buddy of mine, John Bernstein, who is now the curator at the Museum of the United States Marine Corps in Quantico. He
Would he take
was.
Vickers? He took Vickers' place? Or no?
They worked together.
Oh, they work together. Okay.
John is the small arms and armaments curator.
Okay.
I think he might even be in charge of vehicles. I don't know. Anyway, he was working at the Army Ordnance Museum out at Fort Rucker and calls me up and says, "Does anybody make a kit of this?" And I said, "No, nobody makes a kit of that." And he said, "Well, what
You do.
what could I do to get you to scratch build one for me?" So I said, "Okay, I'll do it." So you're going to love how I turned this barrel. So I had the drawings. He sent me the drawings and then there's a bunch of Google photos of the guns that are still at Corregidor. So I didn't have a mold box for it. So I used a toilet paper roll and I taped off a toilet paper roll. I filled it full of resin, got myself a resin plug and then put it in my lathe and turned it down. And made the barrel. So everything else is then either brass or styrene and or white metal. The hand wheels were actually like ship wheels.
Okay.
So
They look like, yeah.
so I ordered those from Model Expo, and those were the actual. That's how they did the elevation, and then I had everything else is. I mean, as you can see, everything is scratch built. This doesn't.
Andriano's
exist.
going to probably want you to
What
make
scale
one
is
for-
it?
1/35th scale. So there's there's one of the actual guns today in the background.
There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. Very interesting. And now this is not even today. Did someone, since you've made this, has usually because you've made it, then all of a sudden it comes out as a kit.
I think there is someone recently just did a kit of it, and
Right.
I don't know who it is.
Who did? Who did it?
We know who is our good friend BJ.
Oh, BJ did that.
He did the 12-inch mortar.
He did. I didn't. No. I mean, yes, he did, but I mean, someone has now done one of these in plastic. I could swear I just saw it.
Mortar, not the American mortar that I know of.
I
What
can
is it?
swear I just saw it.
Adriano, chime in, Adriano, in the chat.
Adriano would know if they make this in a plastic kit form.
They don't. There's the Japanese one, and then there's the
You said right. BJ built.
I'll look at it, but I believe I just saw it come across our database at Squadron.
Oh, that means that okay.
That's something that's brand new. That's why I'm because I remembered this.
Yeah.
From seeing that one.
Right. You have spring. Are those real springs you made for that?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. With a threaded rod in between, and then the cap nut on the top.
This is nice stuff.
So these are the this was a metal. I didn't want to individually do each of the rings, but these were the panels that lifted up so that you could get underneath the mount. So that's the actual mount for the weapon.
Pretty damn cool, Hefe. How long did it take you to do this, that guy?
I was on a deadline. I think this was only about 3 or 4 weeks.
Wow. Bang this out quick. Yeah, man.
Well,
really good, Hefe. Listen,
you work faster when you're getting paid, you know.
You're showing your skills, man. You're showing your skills.
Yeah.
This is
the traversing mechanism. This controls the rotation of the. So that's a gearbox. Obviously, it's not a real gearbox.
Andrew was saying, "Have not seen it. Order me one."
Yeah.
Who's ordering what, Steve? He fucking made this.
Yeah. No, we were talking about the kit that might be coming out. I'll listen up and get back to you guys on it.
Andrew has enough fucking problems building what he has. He doesn't need another kit.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Everybody's fucking Mother Cabrini tonight. God forbid you make a joke.
Christ. So
get a sense of humor.
This was not scale colors because I did this project before scale colors. So this was probably, I don't know, it's gloss. So
how many years ago did you make this? How long ago?
Probably 10, 12 years
ago. Oh, wow.
Ago.
Okay. Interesting. You did a great job on this.
So it was probably, I know it wasn't Tamiya because Tamiya doesn't come out gloss. So maybe it was Gunzi or I have no idea. I have so many different paint racks in my shop that
it's probably MIG ammo. Well, they didn't run out then. It's supposed to be matte, but it comes out gloss.
No. So then this model got sent. Well, that model can be seen. The mortar can be seen at the Army Ordnance Museum at Fort Rucker.
Excellent. Now this next one is your most recent one.
This I just finished. This is a 1/8 scale Porsche 917K Le Mans car.
So cool, man.
And this was one of those dream kits that I had, you know. Everyone,
they're expensive.
Yeah, they're ridiculously expensive. And I was
yeah, look at this.
When I opened up the box, I was quite disappointed. Because I had heard so many things about, you know, these poker kits, that how they were so, you know, spectacular. And it looks like what they have done is they've kind of dumbed it down for a different audience. So everything that I took out of that box got repainted and dry brushed and washed, and, you know, things that didn't work got tossed out and got replaced. All the plug wires and the fuel lines and all of that stuff.
A lot of work on this, Hefe. A lot of work.
Does the kit itself come with wiring though? Just
yeah, it comes with vinyl tubing
for the wires too.
For the plug wires, yeah.
Oh, yuck.
So I was not overly happy with it.
What's the scale on this thing again?
1/8.
1/8 scale. Jesus.
Yeah. So and a lot of detail left out. Brake lines were not included. And then there were a lot of places I didn't worry about it if you couldn't see it. You know, like, for example, the top of the suspension arms, you screw those into the A-frame. I was like, I wasn't really overly thrilled about it. But once you put it all together and you put the body on, you don't see it. So I was like, all right, to hell with it. I'm not going to.
And it kind of helps strengthen, keep things strong, right?
Yeah. So this engine is air cooled. It's a flat 12, so there's 24 plug wires, 2 for each cylinder. And then your throttle control body is that silver thing in the front. Each one of those little nubs sticking up is where one of the fuel lines goes to feed the cylinders. So that was all, and it's some of the stuff like that was all painted with Alclad in order to give it a little more texture and not. There's nothing worse than a part that looks like it's plastic no matter what you do. So everything got repainted. There's nothing in here that remained. The body shell was actually stripped and repainted.
What did you use to strip their paint? Because I know it's usually pretty tenacious on.
I wet sanded the whole thing. So the body is metal. The blue was wrong. The orange was wrong. And even they provided the Gulf decals. And some of the decals were on a decal sheet and some of the decals were already on the pre-painted body. It was just, and like, instead of it being straight, some of them are cattywampus and everything. And when you opened it up and you looked at it down the light, you could see the ripples in the paint. And on one side, there was a drip that you could see.
Where does this come from, this kit?
It's Osher out of England.
I was going to say, I thought it was from China. It had maybe some like kid in some like sweatshop putting on decals.
So the first thing that ends up happening is, and Scale Colors does not make, Gulf blue and Gulf orange. So I went out and I found a company called Gravity, and they made Gulf orange and Gulf blue. And then I ordered some aftermarket decals for the RC guys. And so it got wet sanded. I didn't take it down to the primer. So what I did was I wet sanded all of the decals and all the striping and everything off it, got the surface smooth. And then I put the Gravity colors over the top of the existing factory color and then clear coated it. I used a 4K clear coat. 4K?
2K.
2K. Yeah. The one where you add the hardener to it.
Yeah, 2K.
You can just say activated clear coat or hardened clear coat because that's nobody in the industry that uses that other than hobbyists call it 2K.
Yeah, I'm not a car guy.
We're talking to hobbyists right now.
Yeah.
You shut your filthy mouth.
That's twice tonight, fucker.
Well.
Oh, sweet. Who's Wisher? What does Wisher mean? Does that start?
Wiper, windshield wiper.
Oh, well, it looks like it's green means go.
Green means I can see it when I'm going Mach 7 down the track.
Yeah.
I watched this thing. There was a guy. I was on a show, and he was one of the guys that used to race Le Mans at the time. He was probably in his 70s, and he took this out on the track about 2 years ago.
Derek Bell.
Yeah, and somebody else was talking while he was driving, and basically this car it's one of my favorite cars. I'm not a big car guy, but I know this car is one of my favorites, and it is amazing, but an extreme challenge to drive.
They called it the beautiful beast.
Yep. And it is. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yep. So this is the model repainted. I actually had to fix where the orange stripe comes around the headlights because they got it wrong. So I had to restripe it. That was all done with decal stripes.
Oh God, that must have sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Everything kind of fit. Little dusty there, but
I like the satin black inside the taillight.
And the headlights too.
The headlights, sorry. Headlights.
Oh, Justin.
Someone was saying about that.
You shut your filthy mouth.
So Mountaineer Model was saying about Jerry Seinfeld's 1-to-1 recently was for auction. Didn't make the reserve price, but then I just saw that he sold it to a private collector for $25 million.
Yeah.
$25 million.
That was the one. That was the car that Steve McQueen used in the movie Le Mans.
It's gotta be nice when you make, when you're making like the, $300 or $400 million in residuals and shit every year from Seinfeld. It's not the show.
From
It's
B
really
movie.
nice.
So,
Right?
so the
Just from
the
B-
Seinfeld car didn't have the little wings on the back. The little winglets that are on that only appeared in the 1971 season. This car only raced at Le Mans in 69, 70, and 71.
Yep.
The Le Mans, the movie Le Mans, I think it was 1970, and they didn't have the wings. It was just a flush back, flat back. Valve stems are there. You can see all of the, you can see the brake caliper and the rotors and everything in behind.
Did you rough up the tires a little bit?
I did. Yep.
And that's how you displayed it like that?
Yeah. So, the model is so damn big. I said, it's, and this was my wife's idea. She's like, it's missing something. I mean, you gotta put it in context. So this picture frame that I had was actually part of a diorama project for a 700 scale ship diorama that I'm doing with some buddies of mine, and we haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm walking past it and I looked at it and said, hell, that'll be perfect. So I went online, I found a bunch of photos. Derek Bell and Joe Seifert were the two drivers. Gave the data for the car. It's chassis number 17. That was the actual Porsche 917 ad that came out of I don't know, it was Motor Trend or one of those magazines. And then there's photos of the car in the various races and whatnot on the backside and underneath the car.
That's
so this is
awesome,
how
Jeff.
how I display it.
You're a ship guy, and out of all the
Yeah.
stuff that you sent to talk tonight, you didn't send any
I
ship.
didn't do any ship stuff. No. But this was a first. This actually was a first for me. I've done a car here or there, just kind of as a nice, like a, what do they call it? Like a sorbet to kind of cleanse the palate.
Dude,
And
you nailed that color on this thing, man.
but this is the first car that I've ever competed with. And I took it to an IPMS show and it didn't get any love at all. In fact, there's a rumor going around that the car judge said, we don't judge diecast here. And he walked right past it.
Yeah, he's probably pieced it up. See, don't even get me started. Piece of
Yeah.
shit.
So I took it to a car show
Pricks.
this past weekend up in Oshkosh, and I'm surrounded by car guys, and it took Judge's Best of Show.
I mean, you did a lot of work on this thing, man. You did a lot.
Yeah,
of
and
fucking work
those
on
guys
this thing.
those guys will know what those kits are and what work you put into it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it took Judge's Best of Show at the event, which, they had like 400 models on the table.
Listen,
So
this is a great. This is.
I did
awesome.
okay. It was a first for me. I was happy. Now all I got to do is figures and sci-fi.
I work on that personality while you're
Hey,
at
yeah.
it. Total package.
What's that?
Stay in your lane.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try.
Yeah.
It's
And
funny you
throw it-
mentioned that. That you're like, well, this is the Geschützwagen.
Yeah.
Oh, the good
Here we
The
go.
So okay, there's a
Infamous.
reason. There's a reason why these pictures are really good because I took them at the Amps Nationals in South Bend. But Hefe, this is there's infamous Geschützwagen.
This is
This
started the whole thing.
This started the SC3D tracks because Hefe needed tracks because he didn't have enough. And this is the model that started SC3D.
Yep.
This model was also thrown in the trash.
Yeah.
And recovered like days later, and then fixed and done.
I felt like an absolute. So
you didn't give me these pictures. I added these to the mix.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did. So I've always had a fascination with this vehicle, and it was in the Spielberger book on the King Tiger, and I always thought it was just like really menacing looking. And so I said something to a buddy of mine, Brett Dillenbeck, and
Brett's a great guy.
Brett went out and actually found not one but two kits, and he gave it to me as a gift. So I'm all excited and I'm building it. And the first thing that happens is the rubber band tracks that Trumpeter gives you don't work. And it was fighting me, and I got pissed off at it, and you guys were all online. We were all in a build
we
room,
watched it happen.
and it got picked up, and it got
Mother
and
effer.
lots of swearing and lots of foul language in multiple languages. And I signed off for the night and stomped upstairs and had a temper tantrum. And then I started feeling bad about it. I'm like, he gave that to me as a gift. I'm really an ass. So I went back downstairs, pulled it out, and started looking at what have I got to do to fix it. So the first thing that happened was the rubber band tracks went away because it had broken the idler wheels off. They were too tight. So then I started with the Tamiya King Tiger tracks, the plastic ones. I bought 3 boxes of those, and they were horrible. They didn't fit. And then I started thinking, I got a 3D printer. At the time, I had one 3D printer. So I started, I designed a track, and I printed a bunch of tracks out, and it actually worked. And I was very happy. And then I get people saying, you 3D printed those. Can you make me a set? Can you make me a... Next thing I know, we've got 40 sets of different tracks in production and selling them like crazy. And then I lost.
Still no Merkava though.
Well, they're on the short list. So this is, so this is SC3D tracks, painted in the German primer, red number 3 from Scale Colors, and Dunkelgelb from Scale Colors. And I wanted to do something a little different because it was not because it never got to this point when the Allies overran what was the German armor proving ground? The German version of Aberdeen.
Not Pindemunda.
That's the aircraft side. You guys know where I'm talking about.
I'll get it for you.
When the Allies overran it, this vehicle was sitting on blocks with no tracks on it, and the gun was sitting next to the body. So, maybe another 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they would have been able to put it together. So I didn't want to do it in operational colors. So I did it in the prototype colors. And then I remembered, and I don't know who did it. It may have been Meg. It may have been Adam Wilder. Somebody did.
Adam Wilder did it.
Did the Nashorn with all of the tooling markings on it.
Wasn't the well? I think maybe, but he did. Adam Wilder built this one too. I'm pretty sure.
Well, but I'm talking about the Nashorn that had all of the
like all
engineering markings and all the chalk things on it and things like that. And I thought, that would be a good thing to do. So I found photos of that model and whoever did it, and whoever did that model, if he ever sees this, it was a phenomenal freaking model, blew my mind. So I just hand painted all of the little words and stuff around the hull and whatnot. Drill here, fix this. I think there's one of them in German. It says, like fix this weld seam or something like that. And just things like that. In fact, our good friend Jorg actually helped me with the German translations.
And the place was Hostenbeck.
Yes.
This is why we pay Frankie that consultant fee that he demands.
So this model is now in Georgia at Squadron in their museum in their retail store.
We used to bring this this was when the reason why, but this is the thing. So we're taking pictures for the magazine for the show report for AMPS back a couple of years ago. Yeah. And fucking I'm going taking pictures, and Jeff's like, "Hey asshole." I'm like, "What?" He's like, what you don't want to take a picture of anything over here? And I look, I'm like, "No, it's horrible." He's like, "You're a dick. Just take the Geschützwagen." And I took it wasn't in the show. It was in his little display case. Yep. I took a picture of the Geschützwagen, and we only fit like maybe 15 models or 20 models in for the show report, and his fucking Geschützwagen got put in.
They made it, yeah.
And I was like, this prick wasn't even in the show.
Yeah, well,
but no, he did a good job on it. He did it,
and you got some chips for it too.
Yeah.
You got a couple of chips.
It did everywhere that model has gone, whether it's competed or not. It's gotten love.
That was a great show. People don't. If anybody listens to the recap show of that AMP show, it's one of the funniest and best cold openings ever. Yep. Thanks to Jeff Herne for writing it and then AIing it with the AI Aegis Alba.
Yep.
Talking about the night of the donut when fucking when Rob Adams got fucking hammered drunk and was eating air with fucking powdered donut everywhere.
Good times.
There was a good time. Rob Adams probably doesn't remember 3/4 of that show.
No, I remember the whole show. Just it's the after.
Well, you have it on there. You want to play the night of the donut?
I was looking to see if I still had the Word document or not.
I have.
Adam, do you still have the bruises? Because I mean, the bruises from the fall at the hot tub.
Yeah, that was another story.
I don't think I can.
There it is. I have the night of the donut.
Yeah, but it's got to be read by Idris Elba though.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, I could read it.
I don't read it, Hefe. You're gonna terrible.
Fine.
All right, go ahead, read it. Read the night of the donut for us. Go ahead.
Oh, you're killing me.
It'll be a good exit. It'll be an exit for the show.
Oh, no, Frank. I don't want to hear you get away, but we'll all have to wake up and go to work. You're not the only person.
Oh, okay. My ass.
There are a lot of people in the room. People are enjoying themselves, and it's not on Frankie Donati's time.
Do we want to put this into context here? I mean, do you want to tell the story of how this all transpired?
So Rob Adams, okay, you tell us.
Well, because I don't know.
You were there. So we're all at the house after the first day of the show. Everyone's tired. People are cranky. There's a lot of alcohol. Everyone, a lot of guys are really wrecked. Rob was specifically wrecked. He had been hitting the sauce pretty hard along with a few of the other guys. And then long about, I don't know, 11:30 at night, he gets the munchies. And Steve Munzel and Adam Richter and Rob decide they're going to go out and find food. So I guess they find a convenience store or something.
Okay, I don't even remember what I went along for the ride.
No, he didn't. No, I was with Rob in the backyard. He was going through Adam's supply line.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So Munzel comes back with powdered jelly donuts, and he puts them down on the table. And Rob Adams' wide eyes, which were once slits, are now this big, and he is just. It was like he was seeing a ghost. So, yeah. So we will go from that point on.
I want to see if I want to. Do you think that that it could be played? Can you hear audio on this?
I don't know. I mean, you can try it.
Can you hear? I mean, here. What was it? Amps.
Let him finish the fucking story, bro.
Well, that was the story.
That was the story, Rob. We sat there. You fucking came in. You were like a fucking 3-year-old that just found the candy store was unlocked and nobody was supervising you. And you're like, oh. And you stood there with your fucking smoke. Is this for everyone?
Yeah.
You said, yeah. You said, fucking A. You sat down in your camouflage fucking thing. Your shoulder, everything was pulled back, and you pull it out, and you were eating like you were dignified. You're like, yeah. Yeah, what you didn't realize was you had turned into a human snow globe. You literally looked like
there was
a table at the end of Scarface. You were Tony Montana with your little friend. Powder everywhere. And you didn't even realize it. And you're talking, and yeah, it's fucking gonna be a good show. And
let me see something really quick here. I mean, I'm gonna can you. Let's see. No, it's only video files. I don't think you can.
Only video we can do, Rob. I tried. I looked at it.
Yeah, no, I wish we could play it because it's episode 15.
Well, Jeff can read. Jeff can read it.
So,
right, but it's not. It's really funny with the AI though.
Well, okay, fine, but
go ahead, read it.
The night of the donut. The air was thick with the smell of skunk, weed. Adams was hammered, shit-faced, and drunk. His eyes were mere slits. He was unable to see. He'd nod off for a moment, and we'd just let him be. Munzel announced he's hungry. For food, we must be going. Fuck, it's late. There's nothing that's open. On an adventure we'll go, for snacks and for dew. There's a Quickie Mart downtown, announces Stu. Off they go with much excitement and clatter, while Adams falls down emptying his bladder. Mm-hmm. They return with snacks. They return with snacks, and after a few moments, Munzel gives Adams a box of jelly donuts. Like a kid at Christmas, his eyes are now wide as he opens the box for the donuts inside. As he grabs a donut, his mouth is in motion, causing much laughter and lots of commotion. He's chewing already, but the donut's not there. A slow motion approach. He's eating nothing but air. When the donut finally arrives, it doesn't just stop. It mashes his face as it crumbles and drops. With powdered sugar on his face, clothes, and beard, he powers through that donut while the rest of us cheered. Adam says, fuck, that donut was grand, then mumbles incoherently while trying to stand. He staggers upstairs. I'm going to bed. When suddenly we hear, oh, clunk. Oh, my fucking head. At the top of the stairs, his face took a dive. Donati heads up to see if he's alive. He's passed out, but breathing, so we know he's not dead. Then with another Canadian flair, thunk. Oh, fuck, my head.
That is how it
Dude, man, it's
That is the night of the donut. Yeah. Yay.
Oh, we did a clap. I was like, what is that? That's funny shit, though, man. Listen, it's always a good time when we're all together, man. South
Oh,
Bend.
yeah.
You guys want to go to IPMS, but whatever.
The way that's written and the imagery of Adams going
Oh, yeah.
with nothing there, it reminds me of an old Springer Spaniel I used to have that would just walk around just randomly humping and there was nothing to hump.
Well, Adams does that too. I mean,
Yeah, he's humping. He'll hump your leg, this guy. Oh,
No,
my God.
literally just humping. It's just his hips are thrusting and there's nothing there. So it's like Adams chewing on a donut that is in a trillion pieces like Alderaan all over the table.
no.
Well,
I mean,
and then when
what
I
he
come
was-
down in the morning, I'm like, what the fuck happened here? Like, what is all this shit?
I
And
mean,
everybody's
his mouth,
like,
his mouth was moving. He was like Pac-Man.
Are you playing sounds, Frank? Frank is playing the laugh track right now. We need it. What the hell's going on here?
I don't know. I
We
expect
got
Alright.
sounds, baby. We got sounds.
This
Embrace
is great.
the
I wish you could
multimedia.
play. You can't play audio on this thing.
Yeah, you can. We can even. You want some? You know, we can have some.
No. I'm not talking about you doing sound effects. I'm talking about if we wanted to play something.
Next time, Rob's smashed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
then we
soundtrack
mess
to
with
the
him and say,
doors.
do you hear that?
Yeah.
Hear what? I don't hear anything.
We got this was a really good time, man. Did anybody in the chat have anything to ask to El Jefe tonight before we
You
start
gotta
signing
ask
off?
Who wants to act?
Hold on,
Axe.
who gave you that name, El Jefe?
You
Oh,
did.
for crying out loud.
God.
You did, and I owe
Roll
you
this
a quarter.
And
I want to quote every time someone says it. The Tooch. It was Tooch, but then it became the
No, it's-
Tooch.
No.
well, I'm taking credit for Bad Santa because that's me.
That's true. That's
Look
true.
at Bad Santa rocking the squadron hat too. Was this
Yeah.
planned?
Absolutely.
Someday Riv will go far.
We really hope he stays there.
Thanks a lot, man. Listen, you guys are a bunch of idiots, man. You know
More
what? I
disappointing
can't
than
wait
it
till we
is.
record the next podcast because I edit, so and I know it stays in and it doesn't. What are you laughing at, Hefe? You're a real jerk, guy. It's so
Would you like some Midol? Oh,
All right, man. Listen, we're gonna start. We're gonna end this. We've been going for an hour and a half, which we try to go. Frankie's getting mad, and then I gotta pay him overtime if he stays past the hour and like 35-minute mark. So we got about a minute and a half before he goes into making 80 cents an hour as opposed to 40 cents.
there we go.
Is it the porn music going on?
It's
I'm working on it. I'm working on
sounds
it.
like the porn version of freaking Halloween or Friday the
Whatever, something's going. Listen, this was a lot of fun. So I want to say this though, because Hefe is here.
Yep.
More details are going to come out about the auction that's going to happen on December 7th, Sunday. That was the best day for everybody. We wanted to do it kind of later, but everybody's schedules are a little all over the place. But I want people to be involved. There's going to be it's going to be on this here, and we're going to do a live auction with overlays and having a good time. There's a lot of great kits and a lot of great stuff we're going to have for auction. It's for a great cause.
Yep.
Help
Heal
help
vets.
heal vets.
Yeah, help heal
And-
vets. You can go online to their website, healvets.org. You can take a look there, and we encourage people to participate in the raffle, or in the auction. But if by some chance you don't win the auction that you're looking for, and you want to support a good cause, healvets.org is the group to go to. They have a program where they do arts and crafts. So it's not just scale modeling, but they do arts and crafts for vets and disabled vets, both in-house at their facilities and VA centers and things of that nature. And the plastic model kit program has really, really taken off. When I was chairman of the national convention in Madison in 2024, they were our charity of choice. And I'm really happy that we were able to circle back and help them out a second time.
Well, I'm glad you came on, Jorg. Jorg is saying
Hey,
thanks.
Jorg.
We're good to see
Yep,
Jorg.
it's good to
Thank
see
you,
him again.
Jeff, for streaming that. So we're gonna get more details out more for that. I know a lot of people reached out. A lot of people are sending stuff for it. You will be acknowledged, and be a part of it. If you donate, I want everybody to be a part of the auction. I want people to come in and out. This is for everybody too. We're gonna have a good time. We got to figure out. We're gonna post and we're gonna make a list of everything that we're gonna have, so people will know in advance of what's going to be auctioned off, and we're going to auction things off at very good prices. So if a kit's retailed for, like, let's say $50 or $60, we might start the bidding at 20. So it's all going to be reasonable. We're looking to just raise money for charity. And that's what this is about. Anything that doesn't go in the auction is going to be donated straight to them, kit wise, because they do accept kits. So nothing's going to stay at my house or anybody else's house.
Yeah.
Where the models are going from. They're all going to be donated.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of the program, that, you know, if you donate a big kit, a valuable kit, it's going to get auctioned off. But if you don't have a big kit and you still want to participate, you can donate that kit, and any kits that are left at the end of the auction will go directly to the charity. And if you follow their website and you follow their Facebook page, you know, I did it with a bunch of stuff in Madison, and it's really, really cool to see a kit that was on your shelf being built by a disabled vet,
right?
And that smile and that energy and that happiness that it brings to them it means more than anything.
And finally, he'll figure out that, man, that was a shitty kit.
Russ, you got to listen to episode 15. You can hear the AI version of it, which is even funnier. But we did a good job.
I will post a PDF version of the Night of the Donut on the Insanity Podcast Facebook group.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, but that's going to be a great time. We are going to be recording a new show for the Insanity episode 40, even though we've recorded more than 40 because we had a couple of special episodes. I'm actually going through some of the MFCA interviews too, trying to get that hiss out of the microphone. Maybe I'll get Jeff to help out with this. He might be better at than I am.
High pass
By the time we
filters.
get that done, I'll be recording new ones at the next MFCA.
Take it easy, Mr. Diamond. Yeah, I want to be. You know, there's a lot going on, man. You know,
or you could use a little less of your anal and just put it out.
That is true.
You know,
He is her.
what do I say? Some of these other podcasts, they got legends in the hobby, and I got fucking you guys, man. It's killing me.
Yeah. The most amazing support network any fucking guy could ask for. You're welcome.
Support. You're driving me to my self-esteem.
Drive you harder. You model better now after being with us than you ever have.
That's true. Yeah. So,
And at least he's painting things now.
that's true.
Yeah.
Anything.
We're getting there.
We're going to talk
Granted,
about
he's still using Mission Models paint. He's not using mine.
I'm not Frankie Blanton. What do you call it? We are going to be recording our next episode 40 on Sunday. Matt McDougal, the Doug, is going to be our guest, right? Right, Rob?
Yep.
What do you want to say, Tooch?
It's my birthday.
Oh, it's
And
Santucci's birthday too. That's
either,
right.
Did you not pay attention? You said, "Oh, we're recording on my birthday." Oh,
Happy
we're
birthday. Happy birthday.
You knew about this. You said it was funny. Like, what are you fucking?
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob, you can do this. You call me up. I'll sit in as a guest.
Yeah.
Look,
Tooch, you can sit out.
That's how it happens. That's how I get knocked off.
Right. Well, that's how we do.
I'm actually I'm not available.
Tooch,
You're
I
not
don't want
available
your
on
job,
Sunday?
dude. I don't want your
Okay.
job, Tooch.
We'll
Why-
discuss.
I
We'll
thought you
discuss
were.
this offline. It's okay.
No,
It's
I
okay.
have a ghost hunt. Another one of those
Again
ghost
for that kid with the car at the school? How many times you going to talk to that little bastard with the car?
until I get him home.
He ain't going home. That kid's stuck in that
Oh,
school
he's gonna
forever.
Fucking go home.
Fucking guy.
But if Jeff wants to jump in, Jeff can absolutely.
No,
take my
the
seat.
last thing I need is Hefe there too, giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring Hefe on.
See how quick the love goes.
This
Wow.
is your this
You
is
know,
your
I
audition.
was all happy, and I was going to say, you know, it's really good that we all got back together like this. It's just like the old days.
You know,
And
dude,
then Riv gives me the number one reason why I decided.
no, get out of here. You're such a liar. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have open auditions for the 6th spot.
It ain't me, man.
I'm only kidding. Well, Tooch, I gotta ask you a question. It's your birthday. What are you fucking?
That's fine.
10?
We're doing it. I already said yes.
Are you gonna? What are you getting? A Friendly's ice cream cake? You're gonna blow candles out for you?
Hey, don't knock Friendly's ice cream cakes, man. We
I
can't
know
get them
where I'm
out
going,
here.
Jeff. You know, I'm Denville Dairy.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
oh,
you gotta-
absolutely.
You got to
We're
do it like I do at my house.
we're gonna
Whenever
sing-
there's a
we're-
birthday cake, it gets cut with a katana.
There you go. We're gonna have a good time. Now we are recording
we're-
Sunday. A lot
We're
going
gonna cut
on.
Rob's birthday cake.
Lot going on. Lot going
We're
on.
going to
Man.
cut
So
Rob first, then his birthday cake.
build rooms.
What kind of birthday cake do you want, Rob?
Me? I don't.
We're cutting your cake.
Are we
my
talking
birthday's
about maybe
6 months from
a
now.
last birthday cake?
It's gonna be a Harry Carey cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
no, a
don't want
lot
a hairy
going on.
cake.
So just try to get in the build rooms. Turkey shoot this month. Everybody, the Tooch put up the post about the turkey shoot starting it's 12 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. We always have a great
12:01.
time. With
12:01.
12:01. We had a bunch of almost over 30, 40 people last year. We're going to try to do just as many people, maybe more. But I love the turkey shoot. I got my stuff coming. I'm doing the Tamiya 0 and 72nd scale. I got all the goodies for it, so I'm looking forward to it, man.
You got the right paint colors?
I don't know. Do you got pink colors for me?
I do.
Can
Of
they
course
all
Scale
make-
Colors does.
all that shit happen that quick? When is this actually? When is your Thanksgiving? Canadian. forget-
Last Thursday of the month this year.
Oh, okay. So we still got time.
About
I think
three
the
weeks.
27th or something, or 26th, 27th.
About
All right, so
27.
yeah. So listen, guys, we really appreciate everybody coming in tonight. This was actually fun. It was actually late getting up the notification for the show because fucking Hefe is a prima donna and he couldn't get his stuff to me on time because he had too much going on.
Yeah,
Just,
like a real job. Thank you very much.
Oh my god! I was in fucking 2.5
Thanks,
hours
no.
in
Thanks,
traffic
Jeff.
coming home from Brooklyn.
You know,
today.
I'm
gonna kill somebody.
I am busting my tail to contribute to this hobby. And what are you doing
In
to
a
contribute
positive
to
way.
this hobby?
What am I doing? You got a lot of fucking nerve, dude.
I'm using your line.
That's
You're-
what I said.
Jeff,
You-
you
That's
are,
your line.
I
I
just say, I go, dude, you do nothing all day. I don't hear you complaining. What are you doing?
you're
all day?
busting your balls to contribute to the hobby, and he is busting balls in the hobby.
in the hobby.
You know what, man? Justin's a little annoyed at me because I told him that his
Nah,
family needs to
not
shut
at
up
all.
behind him tonight.
Not at all.
He's got all mad at me. Fucking was pulled out. After we got into a little spat, he broke out the scotch.
Well, dude, why do you think
Japanese
Rob
whiskey.
Riv tolerance juice is a thing?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on, man. I'm fucking
It was,
tired.
it's
man.
quality.
we
too.
hear a lot
Quality.
going on.
I'm off.
We don't
I'm
see
off
it.
almost the whole month of December. I cannot wait for fucking December to come.
I can't wait to axe you for another one.
I got a lot of building, a lot of modeling to do in December.
Cheers, Chef.
You know the one thing that we didn't hear though?
What?
My ass.
My ass is killing me. My ass is starting to hurt right now sitting in this chair.
Every podcast episode that we
My
ever
ass
did.
is killing me.
My ass.
Did you listen? Did you listen to the outtakes that I put in the Amps live show? Did that bring back memories?
It did.
Fun
It
stuff,
did.
bro.
And
The last thing I
thanks, guys.
touched was
Thank- you know,
myself.
thanks guys for bringing me on because it did bring back a lot of memories and it is good to
Yeah,
get
man.
back in.
Yeah, well, you've been in a
hooking up
couple of
with you
podcasts. But we're gonna get done.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
But
you on. You
still,
know, maybe
memories need to be brought back from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even the bad ones.
I didn't
um,
realize.
gotta
this-
remember
I feel a lot better right now.
Yeah. Hey, and if I may, obviously you guys are doing this now on Thursday nights. On Wednesday nights, we do Squadron TV
Mhm.
at 9:00 Eastern time. So, Brandon and I get on and we talk about new kits and we talk about, things that are going on in the hobby. And we would love to see, you guys come over and hang out with us on Wednesday nights too. And I'm looking forward to getting you guys on the podcast in December. I think we've got you penciled in for December 3rd. So that we can get you guys on the Squadron Live TV and then talk about the charity auction as well.
That'd be great. Hefe, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
all right?
that's awesome. Thank
Just
you.
stay when we end. Just hang
brother.
out, all right?
Yeah, of
Don't
course.
go get off. All right, guys. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. We had a great time. This was a lot of fun. Always, this is a good one. So, and Hefe, man, you do great stuff. It's great showing everybody your work, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate
all
it.
the work. It's not just 35th. You're doing these 1/6 scale and this crazy shit.
I am the king of ridiculous projects.
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
just- maybe you can get on the Model Car Mania podcast, be a guest over there, talk about that Porsche you did.
well, and then I got a Sauber Mercedes in a more conventional
Look at
scale.
Justin
going
using the
over
knife
here.
on his nose. You see him? He's like shaving. I'm watching him. All right, we're gonna sign off, guys. All right, so I want everybody to do their pleasantries. I'm with Frankie Donati,
Hey,
Steve Santucci.
Hey, like what you build what you like.
We got Rob Adams,
Have a good evening, everyone.
Mr. Justin Ryan,
T's and P's, all y'all.
and we got El Jefe.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we appreciate you coming on. All right, we're watching. Keep an eye out for the next podcast drop soon, and be safe. And we'll catch you on the flip side. All right.
Fuck yeah, that was fun.